Your ears stick out so much. I could use them as antennas and connect to the Wi-Fi in my mom's house back in Australia.
You said no. How does that make you feel, Will? And
don't bring it up again, all right?
No. I mean,
I just smoothed this over.
No. I think this is a fantastic time to discuss it.
Can I walk you somewhere?
I'm staying here, upstairs.
Oh, really?
Margot Robbie and Will Smith's relationship was always on edge, ready to spark at any moment. When they worked together on the hit movie Focus, their chemistry was undeniable and had everyone buzzing. But behind the scenes, things were messy, with rumors, betrayals, and whispers of something more. Margot once joked that kissing Will on screen tasted like Christmas because of his candy cane breath spray. What seemed like a lighthearted comment only added fuel to the fire, making people wonder what was really going on when the cameras weren't rolling? What catalyzed this latest development in the Hollywood saga? Let's delve into the details. But before we proceed, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for updates and content like this. Now let's get going.
And I'd really like to show you all the things I've learned.
But for some reason, it just worked perfectly. You know, when you see it on screen, none of those questions come up. You know, say, oh God, why would they do that? It just like it's like a wonderful puzzle. It works together. It works very well. Very well.
I think this is what white girl heaven must be like. This is what white girl heaven must be like.
And then there's the infamous photo booth incident, a picture of Margot lifting her shirt to show her lingerie while Will stood shirtless next to her. Was this just playful fun, or did it suggest something more serious? While insiders have claimed they had a friendly relationship, what was Margot's real view on dating other actors? To complicate things, Jim Carrey made some strong comments about Will Smith's scary rise to power, which didn't help Will's image. Could Will's ambition have caused a rift with Margot that she couldn't overlook? In 2015, the movie Focus had audiences hooked with its thrilling plot. Margot Robbie and Will Smith starred as con artists caught up in a mix of deception and chemistry. Their on-screen spark led to rumors about a real-life romance. Margot even added to the buzz when she told E! News that kissing Will was like Christmas, thanks to his candy cane breath spray. Will Smith also had his fun moments, mentioning how his wife Jada Pinkett Smith reacted to his role with Margot Robbie. She playfully told him to stay in shape and not let Margot steal the spotlight. This kind of lighthearted joking only added to the speculation about their relationship.
Oh, please tell me you know this.
Have
we met?
New York, yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of
the Rangers, yeah.
Thank you, good. Nice,
yeah.
Nice.
All right, that's right, I remembered that. Okay, yeah, because we were in New York.
Yeah.
Die with the lie.
And why'd you come up here if you're so smart?
Professional curiosity. And I like.
The rumor mill went wild when a photo booth snapshot surfaced. It showed Margot Robbie lifting her shirt to reveal her lingerie, while Will Smith stood shirtless next to her. Many saw this as a sign of something more between them, beyond just their work together. However, insiders quickly brushed off these claims, insisting that Margot and Will only had a friendly professional relationship. Margot Robbie spoke up about the rumors, saying she chose not to date other actors because it caused too much stress in her life. Even with her denials, people continued to speculate, especially when they worked together again on films like Suicide Squad. It was clear that the public loved their on-screen pairing, even if it was just Hollywood hype. While fans speculated about their relationship, a closer look shows the complexity of Margot Robbie and Will Smith's bond. Their interactions were often fun and easygoing, but there were also subtle tensions that they had to manage under the Hollywood spotlight. Their friendship went beyond the screen, with both showing respect and support for each other's careers. Still, there were moments that suggested a strained friendship, likely due to the pressures of fame and constant media attention.
No, it was great. It was great for me. Yeah, it's like, you know, Margot is magical on a set, you know, just with that, the energy and the positivity. What I always tell her, it's a superpower, you know, that there's a superpower that Margot has that makes things better.
As rumors about their relationship grew, attention also shifted to Will Smith's career and personal life. His climb to the top of Hollywood wasn't without controversy. Jim Carrey once criticized Smith's influence and the darker side of the industry, hinting that Smith's success might have had a price. This all began to unfold during the 94th Academy Awards. Jim Carrey didn't hold back when he criticized the incident between Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars. While promoting Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Carrey Carey told Gayle King on CBS that he was completely disgusted by what happened at the 2022 Oscars. He was particularly upset about Smith slapping Rock for making a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's haircut, especially since she has alopecia.
Oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him.
Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Carey wasn't having any of it. After Smith's outburst at Chris Rock, where he shouted to keep his wife's name out of his mouth, Smith still went on to win the Best Actor award for King Richard. For Carey, that was the final straw. He didn't hold back, saying he felt it was wrong that everyone gave Smith a standing ovation. Carey didn't hold back in criticizing Hollywood for being spineless and losing its edge. He saw Smith's action as proof of his earlier suspicion that Smith's success might have come from questionable methods. Carey thought that's why Smith was still being protected. He felt that if not for this protection, Smith would have been kicked out of the Oscars immediately after his slap. You don't have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words, Carey said.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. You do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
King mentioned that Chris Rock decided not to involve the authorities, but Carey argued that Rock made that choice just to avoid the hassle. I would have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous, Carey continued.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
The big question after all this was whether Will Smith's supposed protectors were involved. Many people wondered if Chris Rock didn't file a lawsuit because of Will Smith's alleged power in Hollywood. Some believe Smith's power comes from doing things people would rather not know about. There have been long-standing rumors that Smith engaged in certain rituals or activities to gain this influence. Jaguar Wright has claimed that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith do strange things at home, with young men even leaving their house in a hurry during their mentorship. If it were only Jaguar Wright making these claims, we might dismiss it as one of those wild stories. But as seen in some earlier clips, even someone close to Will Smith, his former assistant and friend Brother Bilal, has shared even more serious details.
So, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having Will.
Let me process that for a second. Who was on top?
It wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up. Like, it was in there.
Maybe that's why Jada chose to distance herself from Will. In case you missed it, Jada Pinkett Smith had opened up about the struggles in her marriage during a preview for an NBC News Today show special connected to her memoir. She revealed that she and Will had been living apart since 2016, even though they kept up a united front in public. The rumors started heating up in 2016 after a famous Oscars moment. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith during his monologue. Rock said Jada had asked him to quit hosting the Oscars that year because her husband, Will Smith, didn't get a Best Actor nomination for his role in Concussion.
It is mad her man, Will, was not nominated. Concussion, I get it. Tell the truth, I get it. You get mad? She said it's not fair.
Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith decided to boycott the Oscars that year, along with many other notable figures in Hollywood, because they felt the nominations lacked diversity. This protest was highlighted by the viral hashtag #OscarsSoWhite. Despite Jada's request, Chris Rock went ahead and made a joke about her while hosting the ceremony. Addressing her boycott of the ceremony, he said, "Jada Pinkett Smith boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Ryan's panties. I wasn't invited." Chris Rock also pointed out how unfair it was that Will Smith wasn't nominated, even though he gave a great performance and was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West. Jada Pinkett Smith saw things differently. She explained that the 2016 Oscars issue was settled with a phone apology. Jada later understood the pressure Chris Rock was under and regretted not contacting him personally. She wished she had called to offer her support. Jada said that after the 2016 Oscars joke, she and Chris Rock apologized to each other and thought the issue was resolved. They hadn't talked since then until the 2022 Oscars incident, after which Rock apologized again. This caught the public's attention. People noticed that apologies can come right after a slap, leading to speculation about Will Smith's influence. One person online even said, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have heard about the Oscars. It seems Smith's power extends beyond the industry and even affects his wife. After their initial disagreement, Jada and Chris talked it out and thought it was settled. However, rumors about Jada and Will's possible divorce started spreading after the 2016 Oscars incident. In a surprising twist, Chris Rock reportedly asked Jada out on a date. She shared this news with People, thinking the issue had been resolved by then. Jada also mentioned that every summer, there were new rumors about her and Will Smith getting a divorce. She said, every summer, all the reports would come out that me and Will were getting a divorce. One summer, Chris Rock thought Jada and Will were actually getting divorced, so he reached out to her. He showed interest in taking her out on a date. Jada recalled, during this particular summer, Chris Rock thought that we were getting a divorce, so he called me and basically said, I'd love to take you out. Jada was confused when Chris Rock asked her out, saying, what do you mean? Chris explained, aren't you and Will getting a divorce? Jada cleared up that these were just rumors and there were no plans for a divorce. Chris was surprised by the mix-up and apologized profusely. However, that same year, Jada and Will weren't living together, and Jada has recently talked about this openly.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. Yes. It was not a divorce on paper, right, but it was a divorce.
This has fueled speculation that she and Chris might have been involved in something during that time. Jada revealed in an interview with Hoda Kotb that she and Will had been leading separate lives since 2016. While they weren't officially divorced, Pinkett Smith described their situation as similar to a divorce, even though they never went through the legal process. Hoda noted that it was essentially a divorce, and Jada confirmed that.
So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us.
Yeah.
How to be in partnership.
She also revealed that they live separately. Pinkett Smith explained why they never formally announced their separation. I think just not being ready yet, still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in a partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know, and we hadn't figured that out. Will Smith has recently become the center of attention due to some surprising claims about his alleged connections with various people throughout his career. These allegations have sparked a lot of discussion and curiosity. As the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. And it seems Will has only added to the mystery by talking about his desire to escape from his marriage. Being in an unconventional family is one thing, but when rumors keep suggesting that your husband might be involved in secret relationships, it changes everything. That seems to be the situation in the Smith household, and it looks like Jada decided to openly share the reality of their situation.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
We also got clarity on the misconception that Will gave August permission to his wife.
The only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes.
The story began with the release of the comedy drama 6 Degrees of Separation, where Will Smith played a charming con artist. The film got a lot of attention when it was reported that a kissing scene between Smith and his co-star, Anthony Michael Hall, was left out of the final cut. This sparked a lot of speculation. Was Smith avoiding the kiss to dodge scrutiny about his personal life? These rumors have continued over time, and the truth still isn't clear. In a 2020 interview, Will changed his earlier stance about his role in the film. He now says that he fully committed to method acting for 6 Degrees of Separation. However, Tisha Campbell came forward with claims that Will Smith was involved in extramarital relationships with her ex-husband, Dwayne Martin. She posted an image about this issue on Instagram. In her post, Tisha pointed out that the truth will always come out in the end, no matter how many times someone lies. This prompted one of her devotees to reply, "Thank you, even though they lie in the end." In response to this person, Tisha said, "And you're right, they will lie till the end. The real karma is people will stop believing them." Tisha's choice to write "will" in all caps made people wonder if she was hinting at Will and Jada in her post. Many quickly thought this might suggest an affair between Will and Tisha's ex-husband, Dwayne Martin, who is also a close friend of Will Smith.
Will Smith is and that they do this, and that.
You train your mind through blocking out Will and only living as the character.
Furthermore, YouTuber Tisha Paytas made allegations against Will Smith, claiming that he intentionally caused harm to her male dancers. She specifically said, "How about worrying about your daughter being in bed at 13 with her 20-year-old boyfriend? How about worrying about your cheating husband effing one of my male dancers when they didn't want to?
How about worry about your cheating husband, my male dancers, when they didn't want to? How about talk about that?"
It seems that Will Smith might have been influenced by the example set by Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is a legendary figure who has worked with stars like Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, and Michael Jackson. Despite his impressive career, rumors about his interest in men have circulated for years, and recent developments suggest there might be some truth to these speculations. Jones once shared that his early musical dreams were influenced by his Chicago upbringing. New claims have surfaced, suggesting that Quincy Jones might not follow traditional orientations. Some even allege that he had a role in shaping the preferences of notable figures like Will Smith and Tupac, hinting at his deep connections within the LGBTQ+ community. Do you remember that unforgettable interview with Tupac? It was a pivotal moment when he revealed the questionable intentions of Quincy Jones. Tupac allegedly disclosed that Quincy had presented inappropriate propositions, hinting at engaging in specific intimate activities. This situation gets even more complicated. Although the interview about Quincy Jones gained a lot of attention online, it mysteriously disappeared without a trace. It's possible that someone with significant power and influence could have arranged for it to be removed. With Tupac no longer around to confirm the interview's details, it's not surprising that Quincy might want to distance himself from these claims. Even Napoleon, who was reportedly close to Tupac, quickly dismissed the rumors and defended Quincy Jones, brushing off all the gossip.
Yeah, I think them rumors about Quincy Jones and all that crazy stuff about Pac was definitely rumors. Pac was about to marry his daughter.
But the revelations don't stop there. There are rumors that Jada and Will have been hosting unusual gatherings at their homes with much younger men. Jaguar Wright has even shared sensitive details, saying she's seen young men leaving their house looking shocked. Some claim these gatherings are extravagant and explore non-traditional boundaries. According to Jaguar Wright, some of these young men have even left the Smith residence looking distressed, with their cries echoing through the night.
Well, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming.
Looking into where these unusual events might have come from, it seems Will could have drawn inspiration from the famous Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, a legendary music producer with a long career, has openly talked about various celebrity secrets. In a surprising interview with Vulture magazine, Jones revealed that people like James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, and Marvin Gaye were queer. He even made a bold statement about Marlon Brando, saying he was the most charming MF you ever met. He'd F anything. He'd F a mailbox. After Quincy Jones made his controversial comments, a well-known YouTuber spoke out, claiming that Quincy himself is bisexual. The YouTuber criticized Quincy for his inappropriate remarks and questioned whether he was the right person to reveal others' gender orientations given his own history. But that's not all. The YouTuber went further, saying they had a friend with Hollywood connections who had interacted with Quincy Jones. Reports have surfaced claiming that Quincy had intimate relationships with people even into his 70s. These allegations suggest that Quincy may have hidden his interest in the same gender for years and could have acted as kind of a gatekeeper in the entertainment industry.
Have a friend who is really attractive, and guess what? You learn a lot of things about the men in Hollywood.
Quincy Jones, known for his big impact on the careers of many black artists, has faced allegations of being linked to various cults and groups, according to conspiracy theorist Professor Griff. Griff accused Quincy of being involved in Hollywood rings and claimed that during Tupac's entry into Hollywood, Quincy allegedly set up rituals and scenarios that Tupac was pressured into. There were also rumors that Quincy tried to persuade Tupac to get involved in intimate activities. On top of these claims, the late actress Alexis Arquette said that Cherie Zampino, Will Smith's ex-wife, divorced him after seeing Will in a compromising situation with another man. Alexis mentioned, when Jada comes out as his beard, her husband admits his first marriage ended when she caught him with his sugar daddy Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. She later added in the comments, first wife paid off, silent. Despite her outspoken stance on boycotting the Oscars, Jada chose not to address Alexis's statement at the time. Will didn't comment on the accusations, but his first wife, Cherie Zampino, spoke up. She criticized Alexis for her harsh and quick comments, insisting that Will has never identified as queer.
Not only is it out of line, it's absolutely not true.
and I'm offended and I'm hurt.
At first, many fans thought Cherie's response was a bit strong. Instead of just dismissing the accusations, she took a firm stand, which made some wonder if Alexis's remarks had touched a nerve. There have also been ongoing rumors suggesting that Jada's gender orientation might not be as clear-cut as it seems, leading to speculation about a hidden queer identity. Meanwhile, the close friendship between Will and Dwayne has sparked rumors about their bond, often called a bromance. According to Star, Will and Dwayne have taken several notable vacations together, including trips to Las Vegas and Miami, and even a private cruise to Trinidad. During these trips, Tisha and Jada reportedly stayed at home. An eyewitness claims that Will and Dwayne were seen arriving and leaving together from a Caribbean restaurant, suggesting they spent a lot of time in each other's company. Sources say that Jada is not pleased about Will's lavish vacations with Dwayne. She feels left out and thinks that Will is flaunting their relationship in front of her. Recently, there's been a lot of speculation about whether Will and Jada's 14-year marriage might be falling apart. An insider told Star magazine that their marriage is under strain, and Will's increasing time with Dwayne is making things worse. Jada is particularly concerned about Dwayne's alleged involvement in some controversial incidents that have been in the media. Given the close relationship between Will and Dwayne, there's growing concern about why they haven't openly discussed their gender orientations. With so many rumors flying around on social media and beyond, people keep wondering if there's more to their relationship. Comedian Bert Kreischer added to the speculation during an interview with Vlad TV. He shared a story about an audition offer from Will's company that ended in an awkward encounter with Will himself, which only fueled more discussion about their relationship. Bert Kreischer also shared a story where Will invited him to watch a movie, but his father warned him that Will might have other plans. Kreischer joked that Will was probably trying to get something else from him. He also mentioned that many big names in Hollywood have fantasies about staying young, hinting at Diddy as another example. Like Will, Diddy has faced rumors about his orientation, with unsettling claims that he introduces his young musicians to certain practices. Even though there's no direct evidence of Will Smith's intimate involvement with these people, the ongoing chatter shows how prominent these rumors are in public conversations. Kreischer also commented on Will's slap of Chris Rock, saying it seemed like a result of inner frustration. He said, "The slap came out of nowhere because something inside him was frustrated. I wish him the best. I have nothing against Will Smith. He's done great things, but that was not a good moment. It overshadowed everyone else's big moments that night. It was a selfish act." That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.